Okay, so I just watched the FNAF movie. I want to speak on my thoughts about what I saw. I'm going to try not put any spoilers. If I do, I will move them to the end of this video, but I'm pretty sure I won't spoil anything. By the way, this is just my thoughts. Not everyone's going to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. This is just from what I saw. I'm a really big FNAF fan. I'm invested in the lore. I've played every game, and my whole channel is just based around FNAF. So FNAF is a really big thing for me. Let's begin with the positives. The movement of the animatronics, the CGI, all of that was perfect. It was really good. Another thing I liked about the movie, guys, is the death scenes. And for a 15 rated movie and 13 in America, it actually showed quite a bit, which I'm pretty surprised by. Okay, now for the issues. Guys, this movie's storyline was rushed. There wasn't space for any character development. I don't think any of the characters had character development, which is a shame. I just feel like the whole story was a bit rushed, you know? If you've seen the movie already, you might know what I'm talking about. This is just how I feel. The setting that we were in, the pizzeria, all the details, that was perfect. That was very high quality. But the way they kind of went about this story was kind of packed with a lot of things, and it had been rushed. They could have gone into more detail with some of the things and made it more clearer. This movie, guys, was aimed for FNAF fans, okay? Any newcomers would struggle to understand what's actually happening. Although I'm a really big FNAF fan, I tried to watch the movie with the mentality of, I don't know what FNAF is. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Vanessa wasn't written correctly. Vanessa was written poorly, in my opinion. There's a lot I want to say, but I don't want to spoil it. For the average FNAF fan, I feel like this movie was underwhelming. Okay, and that is because it was rushed. In my opinion, it was rushed. I can tell they wanted to bring up stuff from the games into the movie, but without any game knowledge, it just really looked corny and cringe. This movie would be difficult for a newcomer to watch. You have to be quite a bit invested in the FNAF lore to grasp what's happening here effectively. It's a shame, guys, because the production quality was amazing. I know a lot of people were worried about the CGI, but it really wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. As a FNAF fan, I would give this movie a 6 out of 10 because the storyline and the storytelling basically makes up the movie. But unfortunately, the story and the pacing just weren't good enough. You know what's strange? I called these things in my previous video. I'll put the thumbnail on the screen. The things I spoke about were pretty spot on, I can't lie. Waiting a really long time for this, I think almost 6 years for this. With Scott Cawthon behind the production, constantly changing the scripts, you'd hope it would be better than what you received. If you go in with high hopes, you're going to be left disappointed. That's for every movie. I've been a FNAF fan for 9+ years, and this is... The best way to explain this, guys, is they followed the generic storytelling with just poor pacing. We had more than enough time to do this, so I can't really say if they had more time, it could have been better. That is a FNAF movie now. It's out, this is what we've been given. By the way, this next part is a spoiler, so you might want to skip this. But we did get the Springlock scene, guys. The CGI for that was amazing. However, I wish that they had the Springlock scene on for longer. It just had a generic ending, guys. That's the best way I can put it. It had a generic ending. This is just my take as a FNAF fan who studied the lore. Like, guys, my whole channel is FNAF. I play FNAF fan games all the time. I do everything FNAF here. FNAF is like my area. And I saw Jacksepticeye tweet his reaction, and he was kind of on the same page. The lore was there, guys, but it was just skimmed. There was no going into it. They just brushed over it. That's how I felt. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I do recommend watching it to all FNAF fans. If you're a FNAF fan, watch the movie. We've been waiting so many years for this. And regardless if people think it's good or bad, you should still watch this. If you're a newcomer, you can watch this if you want, but do not go in with high expectations. That's my initial thoughts on the movie, guys. I might watch it again. I literally watched it like an hour ago. I might watch it again just to, you know, take it in the second time. Because the first time I was kind of pulled back by it. To see where FNAF has begun to where it is now, it's just amazing. Regardless if the movie is good or bad, FNAF has come very far, and we can all appreciate that, I feel. Do I think this will leave a bad taste on the franchise? Maybe in the coming weeks, but in the long term, I don't think this is going to do any bad for FNAF. Do I think there's going to be a second movie? I'm pretty sure there is going to be a second movie, guys. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the movie. Let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree. Remember, guys, this is just my thoughts. You don't need to hate on me. We don't have to have the same idea or the same opinions. At the end of the day, we all love FNAF, and I respect the hard work that Scott put into this movie. And it kind of goes to show that a small game can become anything, and even have its own Hollywood level movie, which is amazing. So yeah, that's been my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave a like. There's probably gonna be a lot of dislikes. Subscribe if you're new here. I post a whole bunch of FNAF fan games. And yeah, that's been me. I'm Ibadra, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.